and our number one reason for coaching, Jed and I do share this value, is we say it's like a vehicle. We're working up here on Colby Ave doing a multi-use building. So there'll be apartments up above, parking garage below. So it's real tight. So you're working, trying to work with all the other contractors, the rebar guys, the concrete guys. We got this truck maybe 2 years ago, and so we got a few of these trucks. And yeah, that's probably what really drives us a lot is this blueprint. Tony Robbins talks about the blueprint. You've created a blueprint of where you think you should be today.
Today, we are in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. We are going to be meeting up with Jeremy Lake and hopefully meet up with his partner, Jed Davison. They're the owners of RPM Enterprise, which is an excavation and utilities company. So Jeremy's going to give us a tour around the yard, show us his office, the shop, and hopefully then head out to one of his job sites and hear a little bit more about his business and how he got to where he is today. So looking forward to it. Okay, here we are. We're out here with Jeremy Lake.
Hey John, thanks for coming out.
So RPM Enterprise.
RPM Enterprise, yeah, we do excavation and utilities. We're a Monroe, Washington contractor.
Yep.
And we work in the whole Seattle area, Seattle, North, Everett, Marysville, a little bit south of Seattle. Mm-hmm. Right now we have Emily is working full-time in the office, and then Andrea, our bookkeeper, comes in several days a week.
Okay.
And then Jed and myself share one office, and the guys all come in there.
Cool.
We could take a look here.
So this is where the magic happens, man, right here.
This is where it happens. So yeah, Jed's system here. We've had that bigger screen. We do coaching. So we focus on business coaching. I'm part of life coaching, and then also business results training with the Tony Robbins team. Mm-hmm. And also we joined with Cardone Ventures. So we're part of their platform system right now and moving into financial services with them. Oh, and wow. So that should go on for another 6 months, and then we'll see where we go after that.
Okay.
One thing we've really liked about them is everything that we do, we need to do it with intentionality. So we put our mission statement, our vision statement, and our core values. Mm-hmm. It gives you somewhere to start, and they're always, we can refine them. We will. Our vision. We thought we wanted to grow to a $25 million company by 2034. Mm-hmm. That's not set in stone, and it will change, and it's not a big deal. It just gives us somewhere to start with. A
direction and a goal to look to move towards. Because
we all have a common goal then. When our team members are wondering what we're about and what we're trying to accomplish, at least we have a common goal for everyone to work towards.
Yeah. So right now you've got roughly how many team members?
I think there's 12 of us total.
Okay.
Yeah.
12 total. And if you're at liberty to share, what do you guys do for sales annually right now?
We were sitting at about 2.2 this year, and then we just got about 1.3 awarded yesterday. So
wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. So a lot of that work will end up in next year. But it feels really good to have that added to our...
Definitely.
So Andrea sits at this desk, and Emily's here full-time, does all our admin. She puts all our daily sheets together.
What I love is that there's always big ideas being thrown around and big dreams that the guys are actively working towards actualizing and making become their new reality. So it's always fun to hear what Jed and Jeremy are coming up with. The latest ideas and how we can integrate them and implement them.
So Jed's my business partner. We're 50-50. We've been in business 4 years, about 4 years now, maybe a little bit over. And one of the things that we're most excited about with the Cardone Venture stuff is putting together compensation plans for all our team members. So how we can all grow together.
Sure.
And that's all shared just off of the bottom line.
Main reasons why I started this YouTube channel was, for a couple of reasons. One is personal development. So, It's basically setting a goal and then the person you become as a result of pursuing that goal. So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty neat that you guys as a construction or excavation utilities company, you're actively invested in coaching, and then now yourself, you're actually doing coaching with the guys.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, and our number one reason for coaching, Jed and I do share this value, is we say it's like a vehicle. Everyone has, not everyone, most people have the ability to go out. You could build something yourself. You could build a bicycle. You could build a car. It might take you a long time. You might have to do a lot of research, but you could build that car.
Right.
I don't want to build the car, and I don't want to take the years to build it. I'd rather invest in Ford Motor Company and drive their vehicle and get my work done. I'd rather invest in someone else's business platform so I don't have to spend the next 30, 40 years building that platform.
Sure.
I am capable,
Yeah.
and I believe that about myself, and I've seen so many business owners, they are capable, they do it. But I just want to speed that process up, and that's my way of doing it, is investing in someone else's platform or vehicle.
And when you say platform and vehicle, is that essentially like the system that they used and they've used to coach other companies to build them from one level up to the next level?
Yeah, every single business is identical. As much as we think they're not, and as different as they are, every business will hit breakpoints. It starts with the who. No, I should probably read that to get that right. But you're going to hit a break point at $1 million. You physically can't work anymore. You don't have enough hours in the day to break that. You need to bring people on. Once you bring people on, it's no longer about you. It's about what are we doing. And at, I think it's $3 million, you're going to hit another break point. Every business is going to hit those same break points at the same general revenue. How do you overcome them?
Sure.
I think the biggest problem is you didn't know you're at a break point.
Right.
You didn't know what the struggle was. So now, knowing that we can foresee those challenges coming is the largest thing. And then we all have 4 pillars in our business: people, finance, operations, sales, and marketing. Every single business has those 4 pillars. And you can, if you build one too strong and you don't build the other, what happens to the tower?
Right.
It tips over. So you have to constantly be keeping your foundation level and strong, and investing in the right corners to keep a solid foundation.
Well, we're coming into Everett, Washington right now, heading to one of your job sites.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're working up here on Colby Ave doing a multi-use building. So there'll be apartments up above, parking garage below, and then mixed use. I'm not sure what they'll put in there. Maybe it's a hair salon or some sort of little food shop, restaurants. So on that job, we did a bunch of exporting material, dug down to accommodate for the parking garage, and then we had to run a couple hundred feet of new storm. They put a big vault underneath the garage floor to hold the storm water. Jed, he's my business partner.
Jed.
Oh, maybe I should hand him the microphone.
No, we got him right here.
You got him?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just hold on to that, Jed.
There we go. Jed was benching some of this dirt and material to make a platform for the framing guys to come in and stack all their lumber. And these are small jobs, so we don't have any space outside of our fence. So it's real tight. So you're trying to work with all the other contractors, the rebar guys, the concrete guys, and the waterproofers, the plumbers.
Sure.
We're trying to work together, and we're just trying to help create space for them.
Yeah. So how do you divide up your roles?
Well, Jed would be operations, and in a small company, that's a pretty broad term. But he's in charge of getting everything done. So, I work with Jimmy, our estimator, meet customers. I call it sales really, and then just oversight on the business. Jed and I share that role, and he spends from us winning the job to getting it done. That all falls on his shoulders. the maintenance of the equipment. So anything to do with operations, he handles. And I try to help out Jimmy with the estimating and meeting new customers and filling in. I think even this week, Jed's got me on the schedule a couple days, or he did, to go out and work in the field. So I fill in wherever, whenever I need to.
I always tell Jeremy that as long as we got work ahead of us, I'm happy.
Yeah.
So as long as he's done that, he's good.
Yeah, good to go.
I'll go get it done.
A lot about business and partnerships where it can be a challenge at times. How do you make sure that you have a good relationship and you run that company well? I would assume it's through communication.
Yeah, for me, I would say 100% communication, being open. I would say Jed and I are both very blessed with being open. If we see one guy, kind of down in the dumps or just thinking too much, we just call him out. Say, hey, why don't we stay late tonight for 10 minutes and talk about it? Being really open. But also, can you appreciate what someone else does every single day for you? If you can, I don't see issues in your partnership. It's when you think that you don't need that person anymore or they're not valuable. But if you see that person's value every day, and so much of this we learn through coaching and different DISC assessments and R3 assessments, we're just wired different.
Sure.
And we feed off each other's strengths and we fill each other's weaknesses, and I think we're very good about acknowledging that openly. We do that with our team.
Super cool part of this job to me was digging that vault. There's a big 60 by 20 retaining water retention vault down under the building. We had a massive cut there, but we dealt with geotechs to get away from L&I and or to work with L&I in a way that they called it safe, because that was a big cut. It was about 30 feet of dang near vertical cut. So
we're like little boys that went from the sandbox to a bigger sandbox, and those kind of toys make us happy. I think we purchased this dump truck last year. We've got this truck maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. And so we got a few of these trucks, and yeah, that's probably what really drives us a lot is toys. One of our core values is image, and one of the things that I think image brings is not just in your vehicles, but it's how you present yourself. It's how you keep your job site. So I think image could be taken two different ways. You could see it as a negative or a positive, but to us, it's a positive. It keeps your job site clean. It keeps your trucks clean. It keeps the guys dressed clean.
So what's the biggest challenge in building a company?
One of them would be your limiting beliefs. And
so you have to explain what that means.
Well, we're all born wherever we were. Our parents are who they are. We went to school where we did. We met the friends that we had. We went to church if we did. Everything about what we've done in life has formed us, and beliefs have been created. Beliefs have been created by us, for us, with us. Through all the things we've done. These beliefs have been cemented into us. And how do you break those beliefs? If you want to build a massive company and you put the dollar amount on it, whatever it is, a lot of people are going to get afraid, or they're going to be like, well, I can't do that, because you don't believe you can. And if you don't believe that you can be healthy, you're correct, you won't be healthy. If you believe that you can break your limits, the limits of your beliefs. And to me, that's the hardest. Is we are, as business owners, we're the number one limiting factors in our companies, because we are the belief lid of our company, and nobody below us can grow above our belief lid. So we have to continually expand and change our belief lid to allow the others underneath us to grow. The cool part with that is, just as much as you're the limiting factor, you're also the solution. So you're the problem and you're the solution. So work on it, change it, study it, understand it, what are you trying to achieve and why?
So what's an example of a limiting belief that you had and that you had to change?
For me, I asked myself, am I capable of building a company? And yeah, well then to what size or what type of company? And no matter what, with that question, most people are going to have a lid of what they believe they are capable of. Mm-hmm. And I do too. This blueprint, Tony Robbins talks about the blueprint. You've created a blueprint of where you think you should be today.
Right.
You either match that or you don't. And if you don't, like 0% chance of happiness, because you're not meeting your expectations.
Sure.
So you either change the blueprint, change your expectations, or go get it. Go meet them. Don't change your standards, don't change your expectations, but go and accomplish what you set out in front of you to do. Mm-hmm. And when you're aware of that, that's when I think it starts to open up your mind that anything is possible. Anything. You might think, well, who even likes me, or who would even want to work in our company? Who would want to be a team member? You can't believe that. You have to believe that everyone would want to. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to create a great culture and a great structure, a great career path for many, many people, who wouldn't want to work there?
Sure.
Who wouldn't want to be part of that team? You have to believe that. How can you expect someone else to believe that about you when you don't believe it about yourself? So to break those lids or push those lids or raise them, you have to believe that first about yourself. I shared with one of my really close friends one time was about being a father. Are we naturally just great fathers that inspire our children and our wives? And we struggle. It's a work. We learn every day. But you first have to believe that you're a great father and a great husband, and your actions will follow. We never do actions first and then think, I am I did that, or I am. No, you first have to believe it, and then your actions will align with your belief. And so I was chatting with one of my friends, you are a great father, you are a great husband. I know you, I look at how you take care of your kids and how you respect your wife and how you treat her and how you do everything. You are a great father. You got to own that, and you got to believe that, and then your actions will start to multiply behind your belief.
So what can someone do if they're struggling with believing that?
There's two different things that I know. One is counseling and one is coaching. Counseling, I'm not a big fan of when we're talking about the future, because counseling is the past.
Sure.
And if you have trauma or things that have happened to you or complications in the past, counseling. You need to get counsel for that. But moving forward into the future, today and tomorrow, is coaching. You're coaching. Where am I going? What am I trying to do? Trying to push these belief lids or these limiting beliefs. Growing your company. Coaching lays out so much for you. And like I said before, part of the Tony Robbins program, where that's what we focus on is coaching. Take this exit here. We learn about triads and recorrecting your state of mind. We learn about the 6 human needs. We learn about love languages, and a lot of these things are uncomfortable. They're really uncomfortable. You do them long enough, and then they're not so uncomfortable anymore, or maybe you don't care if they are uncomfortable. You just invite that because you know what change it brings inside of you.
Sure. Well, what I find interesting is you are an excavating and utilities company driving semi-trucks, dump trucks, moving dirt with excavators. I would say that would be considered a very male field. And you don't, I would think, the typical construction company, you don't think the owner would be talking a lot about love languages and coaching.
Right. Yeah.
But I think what you're saying is you've identified what holds a person back, which is limiting beliefs. So you have to become aware of yourself and then fix those limiting beliefs in order for you to continue to grow your company, because you are the problem and the solution.
Yeah, and when we all walk home, leave our job site for the day, or we leave our office and go home for the day, we're all human. Men, women, whatever we are, we're all human. And we all have the same mental struggles and the same challenges and the same relationship issues. If you have a balanced marriage, relationship, if you have a balanced work life, healthy, you like the people you work with, you have the same goals, and you believe these things are attainable, if you're spiritually balanced, healthy, if all these things are in aligned, every day is just amazing. Mm-hmm. It's great. And you can't go to work and just have this great job where it takes care of all of your issues outside of work. You can't. Them have to be in check as well. And so we do spend time visiting about marriage relationships, and that's the part in the company that I do a lot of, and I really, really enjoy it, is being very personal and personable to our people if they want to be. I never pressure them. It's a choice. They're the ones that bring it up to me.
Sure.
But when you're struggling in your marriage, it's going to reflect in work. And if you're struggling at work, it's going to reflect equally, whether it's marriage or your other friendships. So they all have to be balanced. And I guess I'm just blessed with having found my coach and having a huge interest in, personal development and relationships. Mm-hmm. And so, so this is one of those jobs, excuse me, that I was sharing before, how we partner with different excavation contractors in our same line of work. This is a school here in Snohomish, so we came in and put in this is all new bus drop-off for the kids, and then a little bit of parking, and put in a big underground storm tech chamber system that handles all the water. We retain the water underground here, and then it slowly leaches out into the city storm system, so we don't flood them. Mm-hmm. So we spent a couple months here putting in all the storm work, grading for all the asphalt and curbs and sidewalks, and just another contractor who was a little bit too busy and needed a hand, so we jumped in and helped them out, and it turned out good, and the school's happy and the kids are safe. So awesome. It's a lot of fun to be part of something like that when it's a project like that for the kids.